Welcome back. This is video number 2 in this 5-part video training series where I'm going to show you 5 keys that can change your business and change your life and help you attract capital, clients, and media coverage. And to do so without having a New York Times best-selling book, without a whole bunch of employees, and without a massive launch with all the headaches that go with that, and certainly without wasting money on advertising. So to recap, in the first video I covered the importance of having a unique million-dollar message. Having a strong, clear, powerful, concise, articulate message is the most inexpensive and most powerful tool that you can have in your toolkit. In fact, in my experience, an entrepreneur who is determined, who has a million-dollar message, is practically unstoppable. Look at Bill Gates. Look at Steve Jobs. Unstoppable. Today, I'm going to cover key number 2 in this video training series. This key is, hey, newsflash, the information economy is dead. We are now in the transformation economy. You need to get on the program or your business will go downhill. Sorry, the rate of change is going faster and faster. In 1950, not that long ago, typically Fortune 500 companies, they could rest on their laurels. They would last 75 years. Now, even the big boys, the Fortune 500 companies, typically last 15 years or less. In fact, over half of the Fortune 500 companies have gone out of business. Think of big companies like Kodak. They missed the boat by not paying attention to how things were changing. I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to evolve so that you can capture these incredible exponential opportunities to make a profit and make an enormous difference. So I've got a couple of questions for you to consider. How many people do you want to reach? How awesome is your business, your product, your service, your new, big, bold idea? How many people could it help? In what way can your business change the world and transform it for the better? And how many people would you like to reach with your message? These are questions I invite you to deeply consider. I love entrepreneurs. That's why my business is helping extraordinary entrepreneurs take it to the next level. Here's a couple more questions you might want to ask yourself to take it deeper. So what are you really good at? What have you got that 10,000 hours or more of mastery at? And what do you love to do? What makes your heart sing? What makes you happy? And then consider, who is that worth the most to? Those 3 questions can help you enormously. Like I was mentioning, I love entrepreneurs. I think we entrepreneurs are the answer to the world's problems. There's so many new problems, and there's also so many new opportunities. Things that we didn't ever think of before, like Airbnb, Lyft, Uber, Amazon, PayPal. I could go on and on. There's so many businesses that have massively disrupted how we do business. Nowadays, if you don't have your smartphone with you, you feel like, I'm naked. It was only 15 years ago where smartphones were not even, in the conversation. So this is why the transformational economy is key for you to hop onto and really pay attention to, so that you don't go splat against the wall with your business maturing and then becoming irrelevant. Instead of being irrelevant, I invite you to be more like Wonder Woman. This is how I see entrepreneurs. I see they were leading a charge and making a change in order to help the world and make a bigger difference. Anyway, back to the transformation economy and why this is so important for you to pay attention to. I mean, if you look at Uber, Lyft, Amazon, PayPal, they basically created businesses, billion-dollar businesses, out of an idea, an opportunity. And this is what I want for you too, to look for those opportunities, because they could be massive. They could make you millions of dollars if you can just seize them and jump onto them. First, I want to tell you a little bit more about me. So my background is as a film and television producer. I've written 5 books and a bunch of screenplays, had a lot of fun going to Cannes and the Cannes Film Festival and meeting a bunch of celebrities. And I've launched 3 businesses in different industries, each of which generated 7 figures, all because I had my own unique $1 million message. But you know, I did hit a roadblock a couple of years ago. I felt like I'd gone from rock star to rock bottom. Even though people admired me and looked up to me and asked me for advice, I hit a wall in my business, the Grief Coach Academy. I just didn't want to talk about grief anymore. Can you blame me? I felt like I'd talked about grief enough and I didn't want the rest of my life to be about grief. Have you ever felt like that in your business? You feel like you're just done with it, like it's working, everything's working. I was so annoyed because it's like, okay, now that I've got everything working, I don't want to do it anymore. So I tried harder. This is not a good thing to do. Trying harder in a business that you don't want to do anymore is kind of like trying to save a marriage by getting pregnant. It's not the best recipe. So then I tried something else. I thought, well, I've succeeded before in 3 other businesses. What were the key elements? And I went and took 2 years off to get my MBA in Italy, which was kind of fun, but that's another story. And what I wanted to share is that what I really learned is that it's not your fault if your business isn't growing. It's not your fault that you have to keep innovating and creating and changing. There's a reason why New York Times bestselling authors are always coming out with new books. There's a reason why Apple is always coming out with new products. You need to evolve, you need to keep changing in order to make the best of everything that you've got going for you. After getting my MBA in Italy, my father said, I should get a real job. I'm like, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. Has anybody told you that? You should get a real job? That was like a knife in my heart. I felt like such a failure. How could he even say that? You know, but to make him happy, I did apply for 2 jobs in 1 whole year, so obviously my heart was not in that. So then I had to dig deeper and look at, okay, why had I been successful in the past? What were the formulas, the recipe? What were the elements that were not unique to any business, but that are principles that could be used throughout time? And then add to that this very important fact about the rapid change. Got to capture that as well. And answer those questions like, what do I love to do? You know, who is that worth the most to? So last year I launched a brand new product, brand new service, and I was so excited about it. In just 90 days, I got $250,000 of new business. Wow, so I was very happy and thrilled with that. And what I'm going to share in the rest of this video series is more keys that you can use to create a similar success. I mean, I don't know you, so assuming that you're a go-for-it entrepreneur, then I think you can really use these things to benefit yourself as well. In fact, one of the most useful things I learned taking my MBA was about Moore's Law. And it talks about the exponential rate of change. I'm sure you've noticed this exponential rate of change, but it's most apparent in the smartphone that you probably have in your pocket right now. Your smartphone is 1,000,000 times cheaper and 1,000 times more powerful than the supercomputers of the 1970s. Moore's Law goes through everything. There is this underlying current of exponential change, of things getting stronger, faster, and cheaper at the same time. This revolutionizes our economy. We see things like 3D printing, breakthroughs in virtual reality, augmented reality. All kinds of things are possible, from biotech to Facebook to Amazon to Uber, that were not possible just a decade ago. So jumping on and paying attention to this exponential change is absolutely key for your business. In fact, education has never been more important than it is today. Things are changing too fast to just keep doing things the way you've always done them. Take, for example, Instagram, started by 2 young men in 2010. They had explosive growth, and within less than a year and a half, they were valued at $25 million. And within 2 years of starting, they were bought out by Facebook for $1 billion, and they only had 13 employees. This is what I'm talking about. This kind of exponential change is happening. It's happening now. You've got to pay attention, and you can capitalize on opportunities. Do you have a $1 billion idea? You need to be able to convey that idea concisely and powerfully so that others can join your team, invest in your company, and align with supporting your success. My extraordinary clients are disruptors in their industries. One is the Amazon.com of the financial industry. Another one is in virtual reality and augmented reality. They're winning awards, being acknowledged as the top 40 under 40, and basically making a big, big contribution to the world. To recap, key number 1 is your $1 million message. Key number 2 is the information economy is dead. Now we're in the transformation economy. Pay attention, there could be big opportunities for you. In the next video, I'll be covering how Steve Jobs attracted millions of dollars of free media coverage. You can use this secret too. So again, I'm Aurora Winter, and I train extraordinary entrepreneurs to step up into the spotlight, change the world, make a bigger difference, and make more money. So if at any part during this 5-part video training series you would like to work on designing your unique $1 million message, visit us online at yourmilliondollarmessage.biz and you can get a complimentary business breakthrough session. And in the meantime, don't forget to create, communicate, and contribute. See you on the next video.